Yet alarming story in this morning's Digital Dive. A warning for parents from the Forest Lake School District was sent out from the school's principal on Facebook about a new game students are playing called Goose Chase. The post reads in part, as part of the high school homecoming, the 9th through 12th graders, they've been playing a game called Goose Chase. It's an electronic scavenger hunt game where teams post pictures and earn points. It has come to our attention that the game has been hacked and there is false information being sent out in another student's name. Now, the post goes on to say that the Forest Lake police are currently investigating and they don't believe there is any threat to students at the school today. So what is this game and why may this be so alarming for parents this morning? Well, essentially, Goose Chase is exactly how the school described it. It's an electronic scavenger hunt where students can create their own missions that other students playing the game have to complete. Now, once they complete their mission, they earn points, and the game, though, it's essentially harmless unless someone, of course, gets hacked and starts posting alarming messages. So some parents, they actually shared screenshots of what appeared to be threatening posts in the app, but we were unable to confirm if those images were real. Either way, though, the school will have increased police presence on the school grounds today. And I was reading through the comments. A lot of parents are still kind of upset. They want some more answers from the school saying, was this person caught? Are these images and what was said even real? So they have a lot of questions.
Yeah, and I know in these cases, it just reminds us that parents also should be watching what their kids are doing on social media, and because they're getting all these different messages, even if the game seems harmless.
Be very vigilant.